This episode of the Reppin' the State Line podcast with John, George, and Josh is sponsored by the Brodo Rockstar Group at eXp Realty. The home buying process is stressful, especially when it's your first time. The Brodo Rockstar Group is committed to giving you a stress-free experience while guiding you through the process from getting approved for a loan to getting the keys on closing day. Let their team treat you like a rock star. To book an appointment or to search all available properties in the State Line area, visit buywithbroda.com.
All right, everybody, welcome back. This is our episode 6 of the Reppin' the State Line podcast with John, George, and Josh. Hey, guys, how you guys doing this week?
Good afternoon, Rockford.
I'm doing great.
How you guys doing today?
Good.
I'm doing as good as could be expected. You know, things are busy, work is busy. The weather, it's still not hot enough for me, but it's getting there. So
Well, I'm about to be unleashed with the fury with hot weather starting Saturday. I'll be down in Florida for a week.
Wait, why? How are you supposed to be that hot here? What's the temperature?
Oh, I'm going to Florida for a week.
Florida?
That's right.
No, you're going to Orlando again, aren't you? You're going to Disney?
I am. Disney. Family
All right.
vacay to Disney for a week.
So this weekend, while it's pouring rain Friday and it's 78 on Saturday and overcast and 76 on Sunday overcast, you will be in beautiful Orlando getting how much? What's going to be out there?
93, 93, 93 the first 2 days. The first 3 days of my trip.
Well, have fun. That's all I can say.
will.
Bring us back.
Hey.
Bring us back some mouse ears.
I'm excited to see what you guys do next week when I'm gone.
Well, that's always an adventure. Like, you know, when the boss isn't around, now we got to play. So,
Oh yeah.
oh yeah. Maybe we'll
Well, there
do it
will
in
be.
person.
There's a week in July that I'll be gone.
In
Oh.
July?
Yeah.
We're each
Close to
getting a turn.
July.
We're each getting a turn.
Yeah,
Like
so,
being off the show for a week.
Yeah. See, we're not as fancy going to Florida, but we're going, and we'll talk about this later. I don't know if you guys have ever done this. We have 4 families, all with 3 kids and 2 parents. So there's 20 of us. We rented one big old house in Lake Geneva, and we're all staying together in one mansion.
Okay.
Done it. Been there, done it. It's fun.
But is that with family though? This is like friends and their kids, not
Well,
family.
friends with
no.
kids that are all like the same age as your kids. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
gotcha.
it's my kids as friends and their families.
See, I've done the trip with friends, just didn't bring our kids along. You don't do that.
Right. So we're doing both.
I used to
It's
take
gonna
an
be
annual.
pretty wild.
I used to take an annual trip to Rehoboth Beach, Maryland, but it was all adults, and we had like an old like campground or surfer camp is what it was. Beach house. It was.
Ours is like a
falling apart, but
5.
It was amazing.
Ours is a 5-minute walk to Fontana, like
Okay.
Fontana Beach.
Yeah, nice. Love that
So-
over there.
Yeah, it's pretty. It's a massive house. Has like a tennis court. Has basketball courts, lights. I mean, you name it. It's gonna be pretty wild. So that's our summer fun. Looking forward to it. When you have a newborn baby, it's kind of hard to do some significant traveling
That is
because you
true.
never know what's gonna go on.
But you also, your son also plays travel baseball though, so you're always on the road doing something with that. I remember
Yep.
when my oldest played travel hockey, that was an all year round sport. We were going to tournaments all the time. There was no family vacations. It was, we're going to Baraboo for the weekend. We're going up to Escanaba for the weekend. That's
Oh yeah. When I played travel sports when I was younger, because I did that whole circuit too, and camps and all this stuff, we would plan our little vacations around where we were going. So I remember when I was like 15, I did a camp at Arizona State. So we like drove out there. I did the camp, and then like 3 days later, we just like kind of stayed, and we kind of had like a little mini vacation within there. So it was kind of cool.
we did that a
Nice.
few times when my daughter was in competitive dance.
Mhm.
She had nationals was in Myrtle Beach one year, so we all drove down And, she spent her 4 days at nationals, and we spent the rest of the week out there just enjoying it. And then we did another one when we all went. She competed in Branson, Missouri. And I'm telling you right now, the Ozarks is a tough place. It's just, everything is just humid all the time. Everything felt damp. But
Have
it's a fun place. But
have you enjoyed the Ozarks for what they are, like outside of like sports?
no, I've only been down there for that. Like, I want to go down there and do a boating
Wild.
trip.
Wild. I have a buddy, and his in-laws have a house on the Ozarks, like on the lake, and man, it's wild.
So a
It's
remote
just-
show? Repping
just
the
a-
Ozarks with John,
Yeah.
George, and Josh.
It's just a wild time.
No, I don't think we need that. We don't
No.
need a rep in the Ozarks. We're good.
So,
Well-
anything exciting happened this weekend? My weekend was pretty booked up. So,
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much was busy all weekend again. I'm excited. Well, our construction's coming to an end finally in our house. So I spent a lot of the weekend organizing and getting stuff back to where it belongs. Taking my house back one room at a time.
There you
You're
go.
really excited
Well,
for that.
The bathroom looked amazing last time I saw it. And, your office, we see that when you're watching the video on one of our YouTube channels. I mean, it looks beautiful
Yep.
behind you. It's a lot nicer if you ever show the whole office.
Yeah.
But I mean, your contractor does an amazing job. So I just have to say.
our contractor does an amazing job.
That is true. That is true. A funny story on that. So Josh had no idea that we use the same contractor. So it's funny that we're friends and work together because yeah, we've had the same contractor for years and we never knew it till what, a couple months ago.
Yeah.
And
Oh, yeah.
soon, hopefully, he'll be my contractor when I'm ready to knock all these walls down.
There you go.
Oh, he will. I've seen him knock out plenty of walls. So, but no, my weekend. I mean, like we talked earlier, my kids in travel baseball. So we had a tournament up at in McHenry at the McHenry VFW, and we just so happened to be the lucky team that drew the 8 a.m. game Saturday morning. So me and my wife were up Friday night till 10, 11 o'clock, getting the car packed, making sure we got all the kids' stuff ready. We're up again at 4:30. Getting ourselves ready so we can get the kids up at, we got them up at 5:40, enough to get them all dressed and in the car and out the door by 6, and at the VFW by 7:15, play at 8, had a game right after, and then we didn't play so well on Saturdays. So then we turned around and guess what? We got the 8 a.m. game again on Sunday. So yeah. But it was fun. I mean, Sunday was a lot better. We're an all 7-year-old team, so we're young. So we're getting beat by these like 8-year-old teams that have 9-year-olds that kind of meet that cutoff. John, you kind of know how that goes.
Yeah.
And so
rough.
we're getting smoked 30-5, 30-6. But in sports, a year difference in age is a whole different ball game when it comes to talent and just growing into your body. So we actually played a legit 7-year-old team like us. And we won. We won, I think we won like 12-2. Like we came out and played. We smoked them. My son threw 3 innings, 9 strikeouts, gave up 1 hit, like
Nice.
really well. So it was fun. It's fun watching the little kids, learn the sport, see the passion in them. And it's just cool watching your kids grow up and do something that they enjoy and have fun with. So
I agree with that 100%. I mean, Kyle, my oldest, he played hockey since he was 5, and he was one of those kids that just loved the game. And so he's always practicing. He was out in the garage, he was down in the basement, always with a stick in his hand, and then as they're playing, he was getting good, but they're all the same age, they're 6, 7, 8 years old. They're all about the same size. You get to like that 10, 11-year-old age and he's scoring goals, but now they're checking, and kids are twice his size because he didn't grow as fast as the other kids. He hit his growth spurt when he was like a junior in high school. So he'd get smashed into the boards, but he'd always get back up. He'd always keep going. But it was just one of those things where they knew he was a good shooter. So now they'd have 2 guys on him at all times, and they would be checking him constantly. And he wound up pulling a lot of penalties, which is good. And you get penalty shots, which always help. But
Oh
I
yeah.
mean, it's just part of the sport. But it toughened him up, and it made him, even that much more passionate to be even better to get around these guys. My middle son was the same way with football. He was always the smallest, so they tried putting him as like a tight end or doing something like that. They wound up putting him as a nose guard, and realized being small, that was his best spot
With the
because
speed.
he got past the center every time. He had like 5 sacks that year, and I mean, that's in like 7th grade. So,
Wow. Yeah.
but he was
That's
a tiny
cool.
thing. So what'd you guys, so you were traveling all weekend. What did you do this weekend, George?
I was doing the
Just renovating and
unpacking.
moving. That's it.
Yeah, well, I had, so my bedroom was filled with all of our clothes basically piled up next to the bed. You could barely walk in our room. So it was fun going through all that and putting it back in our bathroom closet.
Oh yeah, because the walk-in closet got tore apart to extend the bathroom.
That's correct. So
All right.
it's all back to normal in this house, and I'm excited. Today is the last day for contractors. So Jeff's
Well,
gone.
then we will have to have like maybe some footage of like what the bathroom before and after shots thrown up in
I'll
some
come up with
video
some.
down the road.
Yeah, there you go.
So for us,
What about you?
It was a nice quiet weekend. I mean, we spent some time here at the house for a change. So Friday night it was sitting out on the deck. It was enjoying the beautiful weather. Then we went out on Saturday to a place I haven't been to in forever up in Janesville. It's called Fermenting Cellars. So
Okay.
it's a local winery. It's out of their home. So Mary and her husband like have it at their house in the wintertime. Like you actually sit in their living room and drink wine. It's all set up. But their barn in the back, they have sides on it, and they had a one-man band called Just Dave. And the reason why he's called Just Dave is because when he was part of a band, most of the guys never showed up. So he's like, "You're just getting Dave tonight. You're just Dave." So it stuck. But on my Instagram page, I have some video from that when we were there, and it was a great event. They had Italian food from one of the local places, so you could buy like buffet, get some food, have some great wine. This guy was a looping artist, so what that means is like he'll strum something on his guitar and then move to something else, play some percussions, move just like Ed Sheeran. He's doing all of that, and then he plays the song, and he starts off with Dave Matthews, and it was just amazing. And he played a couple of Goo Goo Dolls songs for Venice because she yelled it out, so he gave her a couple of great songs.
She loves her Goo Goo Dolls.
She loves the Goo Goo Dolls, man. I know. It's like them and Matchbox 20 are her 2 favorite bands.
Matchbox 20, that's right.
So, but I've got his card, George, because I really think this is the guy for Plush Bash.
For Plush Bash.
For Plush Bash. This is the guy. So he is actually this weekend, the night this is airing, at Ishwala up in Baraboo on Mirror Lake. He's playing the beach. So if you get a chance to get up there.
Are you going? Are you going?
He invited me and Venice to come, him and his girlfriend. They were like, "You got to come up here. You got to hang out. We'll do the show and then have dinner after." I'm like, "I think we're going to do it." So, but great guy.
That's awesome.
Great musician. He sounded really good. He's been doing this for a lot of years. I didn't realize how long he's been doing it. He looks young. He looks younger than me. He's actually older than me.
Wow.
But he's been like doing this since like the early 90s, all around Madison, all over Wisconsin.
He's been just Dave since the 90s.
Well, he's been part of a bunch of bands, but he's been doing like, the bar scene and different places. And so if you go to justdavemusic.com, you can see where he's playing. He was at Bailey's Run on Sunday, and we wanted to go, but I had open houses on Sunday, so I couldn't. I already was committed to work, so could not go play.
Well, you work a lot of Sundays.
I do. That's why I usually take Fridays off.
That's like your work day though. That's like a set in stone kind of thing.
Well, 90% of the time with my job, I work Sunday to Thursday. I take Fridays off, and then I show some client stuff on Saturday mornings, and usually 2:00 on Saturday, I take off for the rest of the day. So, but that's only if you can. I mean, this market, you can't do that every day. You go when they need you. Mm-hmm. But what are your big plans for the week? What do you guys? Well, George, you're going to Florida this weekend, so.
Yep, I'm just cleaning up my tying up my loose ends, is what they say.
Tying
this
up
week
loose
before I
ends.
get out of here.
So,
Yeah, it's gonna
wait though. I do have to say though, congratulations, George. Locally on the news. I don't know if people saw the news this last week, but it's all over Facebook now too. If you go to was WIFR had or WREX?
WIFR.
WIFR 23. George Puskavich, State Line Chamber of Commerce President of the Board of Directors. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Some great stuff. If you are a local business in the State Line area, you need to go check out the chamber. Hell, that's how most of us met each other anyway, was through that organization. So
Yeah.
100%.
I mean, it's a great organization for small local grassroots businesses that want to network and meet people. And you could tell more about it, George, because you are the president.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
It is a blast. Well, we talked a little bit about our next flagship event coming up, and I won't screw it up on the podcast like I did on the air live last Friday. The website is golfplayday.com, and I accidentally said playday.com. But yes,
What do you get when you press playday.com?
It's already, trust me, it's already bought, and they want to sell it for $10,000. We've already went down this rabbit hole.
I just want to make sure
Yeah,
you weren't
so
sending it to an inappropriate site.
No, thankfully, no. That would have been horrific. I think it's like a kid's.
A good old Freudian slip right there.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. I think it's like a kid's place. Like,
Okay.
For kids to go and play.
And George's first docket as the chamber president, he elected his favorite now board member,
Yes.
myself.
Josh.
Congratulations, Josh.
Is now on the board. So yeah, that was my first thing I did was I said, all right, let's vote on Josh. And it was an immediate pass. So Josh is in now.
Was it a close vote or was it like overwhelming?
No, it was pretty much unanimous.
Right.
It was a 5-5 vote. George had
to be a tiebreaker.
I broke the tie. Yeah, so Josh owes me.
All right, Josh, you didn't get in. We had one board member that just didn't want to talk to you.
Speaking of the play day, so I just secured. Really excited. So you guys obviously go to Fozzie's. Have you had the Foz 30 drink? The Foz 30. So it's a new thing that they have on. It's basically vodka Gatorade type of drink mix, and it is super refreshing and like, on a hot summer day, totally. So it's like the lemonade vodka, but it's they call it the Foz 30. We will be having Foz 30 at one of the holes. I'm excited to announce.
Oh, nice.
We're going to be, so one of the holes, you're going to be able to come and get a Foz 30 complimentary, thanks to Fozzie's, and continue and get your little refresh, little hydration station. So it's really good. If you guys haven't tried next time you're there.
For people that are listening right now, the golf play day is July
28th.
28th. That's a Thursday.
Yep.
It's a Thursday. We almost have every hole with an activity, and we will. We've got over 60 golfers already registered with 2 months to go. We have pig roast at the end. We're gonna have we also have activities, games. We have a dunk tank to dunk people, which was so much fun last year. So we're gonna have somebody every hour sitting at the dunk tank. You're going to have opportunities to win 50-50 raffle. You're going to have a whole bunch of games that they're bringing, that various companies are bringing that sponsor the event. So come out. It's an all-day affair. It is and I'm not just saying this because I'm the chair of the event, but I think it's one of the most fun golf play days in the area.
It is one of the most fun golf play days in the area, and it's golfplayday.com.
Yep.
And you do not need to be a member of the chamber or even a business owner to golf at this event. You just need to go to golfplayday.com, book your single, book your pair, or book your foursome.
Yep.
And you can come play.
Come join us.
Come meet some awesome people, have some great food, have some great drinks, and a lot of fun. So speaking of that too, weren't you sitting on Monday at a golf play day, sitting at a table?
Yeah.
Josh, you had something going on, right?
Yeah, so good friends of mine, Danielle Angelari runs the NAMI Northern Alliance of Mental Illness Rockford location. So they put on a real awesome golf play day every year to raise awareness to mental illness and suicide prevention. And yeah, George was able to come. He sat on hole 4. Had a cool little game he played where if you signed up for the game and you actually hit the ball on the green, it didn't matter where it was, you got a chance to put a drawing to win some golf passes to the county courses.
Nice.
And so and then us
There
at
was
Vision Insurance
70.
Group.
There's 70 golfers that came through,
Yeah.
and only 7 or 8, I think it was 8 that actually hit the green. So
That's
the
not
talent.
bad. That's like
Yeah.
good odds.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, hole 4 at Forest Hills Country Club is tough.
It's 148.
148 yards, small green. You got hills and sand surrounding it. It rained its butt off from about 11:30 till noon.
12:15.
12:15. It came down, right?
Yep.
And those greens were still hard as a rock and fast as can be. You could hit the front of the green and roll off the back. That's how.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Josh came through. He had a foursome from Torben Financial.
Yeah, Torben Financial and Vision Insurance Group. We had a foursome. We had a whole bunch of sponsorships out there. I think we did the 10,000 hole in one giveaway. I mean, there was.
Yep. Josh did not make the green for all of those either. Wondering, however, his boss did.
Yeah.
Oh.
So.
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
Not to rub it in.
Josh is not supposed to like golf really well when he's not golfing with you and me, so it's okay.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he's saving it for the Cosmos play.
So,
there you go.
The Cosmos play day, yes, in August.
It's always a fun play day, and I like supporting Danielle and NAMI. It's a good cause.
It's a great, absolutely great cause.
If you guys know any kids or youth that are struggling with some mental illness, reach out to Danielle. Or NAMI for anyone. I mean, they're really there to help with some counseling and some stuff like that. You know, too many people are leaving this world too young. So reach out to her, or you can reach out to me, any of us. We can get you in contact with them. So yeah, that was yesterday. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was a blast. I had a great time. I appreciate, Josh, it was because of your connections with Danielle that got us involved. We represented the State Line Chamber while we were there, and they will be returning it in kind on our golf play the 28th. So
it's always nice seeing the chamber out in different events in the community and really getting out there and showing our faces and trying to what we like to say is we're really trying to connect with our town and our people and
our neighborhoods, or connect with our businesses. Yep, connect is going to be the theme and push that. One of my changes that I'm making is I really want to focus on connecting for the rest of this year at least. So thanks for that little mini plug there, John. Appreciate that.
No problem.
John, 2 years ago, I remember that you sponsored this amazing thing that was at the golf play day, and it was the best dressed Hawaiian shirt. And so far this year, that's still available.
Oh, is it?
So I think that's got John Broda EXP Realty written all over it. Rockstar Realtor rocking the best dressed. So just let me know.
Today we've got some tropical colors on again.
There you go.
So always working on it. When we do a Hawaiian theme, when you do the tropical stuff, I'm always like down for that. So
heck yeah, you are. It's totally your personality for sure. So
I'm more of the rock star realtor, like more of a Jimmy Buffett rock star, not a
there you go.
Not a Kiss rock star.
Got it. Understood.
So, but I mean, it's been some amazing stuff going on, and then we've got this is we'll keep talking about golf. We got golf play days like all over the state line right now. So there's
golf play days.
There was two yesterday. There was the one up in Bullet Club too for Boys and Girls Club. So you had 2 yesterday. Next Monday is RAR. So you got the RAR one.
The Rockford Area Realtors one is next Monday. I'll be at that one.
We have a bunch coming in July, for sure.
It is a good time.
Stars.
I mean, and I haven't swung a club yet this year, so I'm going to embarrass myself on Monday.
Neither have I, oddly enough. You know what? It's time. We need to go because I've got all the passes for or I've got all the rounds at the Beloit Club. Yet to hit the links this year. We need to do
It's
it.
been, well, between the weather and just things going on, it's been crazy. But
I was gonna say,
I
where
don't
did
know.
Josh go?
Yeah, where's Josh?
I'm back.
Where's Josh? It's
I'm
not
back.
your time.
No, I actually forgot. I have a 4:00 meeting. And so she said she can hold off about 15 minutes for us to kind of wrap up a little bit, because I know all of us have some other stuff to do. But I'm in this weird niche, and it's kind of cool, and I like it because obviously you guys know I'm an insurance agent. The Rockford Public Schools, and somehow I don't know how I got wrapped into it, but they bring a lot of teachers over from overseas, a lot from Spain and different countries, and I end up insuring a lot of them while they're here on assignment, essentially. So
That's pretty neat.
yeah, it's kind of cool. I don't know, it just kind of snowballed and went. So one of the lovely ladies that is here from Spain, we're trying to get some stuff figured out because she's going back to Spain for the end of the school year. They're coming back, so she's kind enough to kind of hang out in the waiting room for 10, 15 minutes. And but yeah, it's kind of cool. I don't know how it happened. It just kind of snowballed. I helped one person out, and then they told their friend. It just kind of snowballed effect.
And you're known as you're the exchange.
And now I'm
guy.
the exchange guy.
Yep.
But
they get covered with Cooper. That's how it works, right?
They get covered with Cooper. So
awesome. So this weekend, what do we got? Any big things happening in the area?
Oh, there's a lot of big things.
There's a ton of stuff going on.
Ton of stuff. Area. So, as everyone knows, it is Pride Month. The LGBTQ. I'm here to support you. You know, I'm not gonna get real political into it, but we're here for you guys.
Fair housing, all people.
Yeah, like we support you. And there's a cool down at the Office nightclub on June the 12th, which I believe is Sunday.
Sunday night,
11:30 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. They're having the Rockford Pride Month drag brunch.
What time is that? 11:30
a.m.
Okay.
To 2:30 p.m.
Oh, that's perfect.
3-hour brunch.
It's the Rockford Pride Month drag brunch. I'm not sure what that all entails, but it sounds like it's going to be a pretty good time.
I'm sure if you search for the office, you'll be able to find information on their Facebook page or elsewhere. I will tell you, the shows they do on the Saturday night show they do down there is off the hook.
I've never been, but I know a lot of people have been.
It's at like 11:30. My wife and a bunch of her coworkers have gone down many times because they've had a few coworkers that have performed there. And it is just...
I heard it's just a wild time.
It's just a crazy, fun experience. I mean, amazing singing, dancing, comedy, and it's a good time. It's just, just people having fun. It's nothing crazy. It's nothing, inappropriate. It's all just good adult fun. So,
you know what? Yeah. So the drag brunch is on Sunday. It's too bad you guys our viewers are seeing us on Friday, because on Thursday, yesterday, that you guys are watching, they had a drag queen bingo. Could have done that too at this place. Sorry. All right, continue.
The one thing though, for that Sunday at 12 on the 12th, Sunday the 12th.
Yep.
If when you finish with your brunch at 2:30, you want to shoot up to Beloit, the Hotel Goodwin from 3 o'clock to 6 o'clock has music on the rooftop.
Ooh,
so go get some brunch, then go watch a great view, great weather, some music, some awesome cocktails. Or, if that's not your scene, you could always stay downtown and head to the Coronado Theater on June 12th, because if you're into country music, Travis Tritt is playing right here at the Coronado Theater this Sunday as well.
The Coronado's been just pumping out like awesome acts left and right. I don't know if you guys, they don't really advertise it that much, but
I wish they would advertise more.
Take a look at their monthly shows. You would be surprised at who comes to Rockford, like big time people. And I mean, they're doing it right there. They're pumping them out. They're getting acts in, and they're selling out every time with very little marketing on the shows.
Yeah,
So I
we
would
saw,
definitely take a look.
you and I saw Bert Kreischer there.
We did see Bert Kreischer.
That was a
He
great show.
was awesome.
It was. I've seen Loose Black there. They had Blue Man Group there, I believe.
They did. They just had Blue Man Group not too
Yeah,
long ago.
yeah. What else? Oh, they had Dancing with the Stars. That was my daughter. She wanted to see that real bad. There's a lot of good stuff. You're funny.
I know, I have to be. So and then
yeah, there sounds like a jam-packed weekend.
It's a jam-packed weekend. And then again, for baseball people, I mean, we talk about our Rockford Rivets, you know, college kids playing ball, just trying to make it, you know. And
my kid's
10th,
going. Oh,
yeah.
sorry. I was gonna say my kid's going to the Rockford Rivets baseball camp tomorrow morning.
Oh, there you go. Well, June 10th at 6:30, the Rivets are playing the Kalamazoo Growlers. And then they got a second game with them on June 11th. So that's Friday and Saturday. And on June 11th, Saturday night, it'll be at 9:35. And I know on their later games that start at 9:35, they usually do fireworks. So, I mean, we're in that season because the game should be over right around 11:30, almost midnight. And they usually run some fireworks on those really late night games. So if you want to go, it's always a great time. Also, I know this was yesterday, Thursday. I'll tell you all about it next week, because we record before we actually put it on, but I'll be finally at a Sky Carp game this week. So
that's awesome.
But it'll be on Thursday. It's awesome. It was Thursday night, so it was an awesome game, and I hope they won. the perils of recording before the show actually goes on the air and you say something. So
the score will be announced later next week.
The score will be announced next week. So we'll talk about the great things that happen. What else you guys got though? I mean, last week we went really long. I mean, thank you again last week to our sponsor for sitting and sipping with Torby Financial. The bourbon.
And we had the second one. We had the second one already on the docket scheduled for you guys. So if you liked that first episode, tune in again. First part of July.
Right after the 4th of July, we're gonna
sipping.
Yeah, and
I'm not gonna lie. I thought that was I thought that was a blast of the last one.
Well, what are we sipping next? What are we sipping next episode?
I think we're doing. Didn't we say we're doing tequila and tacos?
So we're doing tequila and tacos because I'm talking about burgers again because I mean, Josh calls me the other day, George, out of nowhere. I'm just sitting in my office. I'm hungry, obviously, because I'm trying to fast. You know, I mean, intermittent fasting and waiting. And he goes, dude, I just had the best burger ever. And I'm like, what? And my awesome. Stomach just started growling. I was just like, it was now you got to tell me about it. And why didn't you call me before you went?
Latham Tap. Hear me out. It's on the west side.
Okay.
You know, right by Pinnins. Me and a buddy went for lunch, and the crowd there at lunchtime is 60 plus. If you're not over the age of 60, you have no business being in there at noon. So I had the half-pound bacon cheeseburger. So I'm thinking to myself, ooh, it's going to be good, 2 patties. No, I was wrong. Entirely wrong. They gave me 4 eighth-pound patties with a slice of cheese on each patty. Lettuce, tomato, onion, pickle. It was about this big. It was so big, my first bite was half the sandwich. My second bite was the other half of the sandwich. And it was so big that
you couldn't get around it.
The bun could not even contain the sandwich. At one point, I'm eating just burger patty because it slid out the side. I mean, a tomato because it slid out the other side. You know, it was, but man, I tell you what, it was awesome.
Well,
and it was like $7.
Not bad.
Wow. Today's time, that's tough.
Definitely something I'd like to try.
Yeah,
Where's your favorite burger?
Definitely gonna do a burger.
Where's your favorite burger, George? Yeah.
My favorite burger of all time is unfortunately not in the State Line area.
Oh, no, your favorite State Line burger. Your favorite State Line burger.
My favorite State Line burger. Oh, that's a tough one. I hate to say it because it's a chain, and I'm not a chain person at all. But it's no, I take that back. I'm gonna go with Lucy's 7. Lucy's at Lucy's. They're I forget the name of it, but it's the one with the spicy one, burning something.
Which all stuffed. The cheese is stuffed inside the patty, and
that would be my favorite, like locally owned, not chain. But the Burn and Love burger from Red Robin, it's hard to beat that for this area.
How did I know you're gonna say Red Robin? I just read it out of your forehead.
That's it. Well, I'll tell you now. My wife and I, we love to get a good burger, and we went over to Baker Street Burgers over there at the over by Highcrest and Alpine, and the Big Mick. It's called the Big Mick. It's their take on a Big Mac, and I will tell you right now, it's become one of my favorite burgers. And their sweet potato fries are just amazing. So again, it's 2 patties, cheese, lettuce, shredded lettuce, onion, pickles, their own homemade sauce, their burger sauce that they do, and it's just a real tasty burger. So I can't complain.
We're gonna have to do a burger episode as well.
Well, we were actually talking about possibly adding a little burger once a month and doing a Facebook Live like the good old days.
Where we go Facebook Live from a
we
burger
go
place?
Facebook Live for a burger place once a month, and after 12 months, we should have the best burger in town.
I'd be down for that.
So, and I think we should do that because I like a good burger.
Well, guys, I hate to.
You have to go
early,
yes.
But I do have a client I have to take care of. So
we can wrap it up early this week.
This is Josh. This is Josh signing off. Remember, covered with Cooper, baby. Covered with Cooper.
Hey, have a good one. We'll see you next week, Josh.
Have a good one, Josh.
Hey guys.
Well, I won't see you. You guys will see each other next week.
Oh yeah.
Maybe we'll do a live episode with a burger. We'll do it that way.
We're doing a game. You just wait.
We got a game. All right. We could have a game on next week's episode for me and
All right.
Josh. Josh, go take care of your client. And while we have a pause here for a second, I just want to remind you, if you're following this group on YouTube and you're on one of our channels, go to YouTube, do all the YouTube stuff. And when I say that, I mean, subscribe to the page you're looking at, like the content, put a little box on there and say that how much you loved it. Give us some of your feedback. Also, we are first and foremost a podcast. So go to iTunes, Spotify, Google, Prime Music now, Buzzsprout, or wherever you look and find your podcasts. Find the Repping the State Line podcast with John, George, and Josh. Hit subscribe, give us a good review, and above all, share with your friends. That's all I got. I got to take that moment to just, put that out there. But you got anything else for us this week, George, besides your nice
Not really. I'm excited for the trip. I've got a busy week as always. It's like clockwork working. When you're going anywhere, you could be dead as can be, and then all of a sudden everybody comes out of the woodwork those days leading up to your trip.
Well, you working as a loan originator, me in real estate as a realtor. If you want to get busy out of nowhere, plan a vacation.
Yeah, that's it. That's all you got to do.
That's all you have to do. So I try to keep a vacation on the books at all times. Like every other week, I'm planning on going somewhere just so the phone keeps ringing. But all right, George, thank you for your time again today. And thank you everybody for listening to us, watching us here.
See you next week.
And be safe out there.